Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's very exciting video. Not only am I going to be taking you guys along with me book shopping, we're going to have a huge book haul at the end of this. I'm so excited for today's video. I feel like I haven't done a big bookshop video or just a big bookshop in general in a really long time, and I've been planning this video even before I knew I was moving out. I have been not only saving gift cards to Barnes & Noble from Christmas and my birthday, but also the points that I get at Barnes & Noble when I do buy books. I've been accumulating them for I think over a year now, and every time I buy books there, they're like, do you want to use all these points that you have and the money you've got from this? And I'm like, no, I'm doing a big book haul one day. I don't trust men. So the reason I've saved the gift cards and the points is because I knew one day when I moved out, if I had extra space for books, I really wanted to buy some books that I've already read, whether it was on my Kindle or I listened to it on an audiobook. I just don't have it physically because I want to have some of my favorite books on my shelf. So that's why I saved gift cards and also my points, because that kind of like cancels it out, kind of makes it free. So that's why I have this, but also for the haul, I want to use these. I've been saving them for that. I do want to support small bookstores, so we're gonna go to one of those first. I have a list on my phone of some books that I have read that I would like to get, and a list of books that I haven't read that are like on my radar, whether it's like new releases or whatever that is. I feel like my book taste is definitely changing, so I also want to see some other books that pique my interest. This list is honestly just to kind of like steer me in a direction, but other than that, I'm just gonna kind of go in with a free mind. So we're gonna go to a small bookstore first, see what they have there, if they have anything from my list, and then after that we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble because that's where I've got these gift cards and my points all there. We're gonna be buying a bunch of books today. I don't know how many I'm gonna end up getting, but I definitely want to get a little bit because I'm just excited. I have this new space. I've got some empty shelves over here, so I feel like, you know, why not? Before we go to the bookstore, I feel like one of the most important parts to me personally is having a cute book shopping outfit, and my outfit today is thanks to today's sponsor, which is White Fox. So thank you to White Fox for sponsoring today's video. I am so excited. I have some really cute pieces here that you could style for fall, and not only that, some cute book shopping outfits. White Fox offers express worldwide shipping and also next day delivery and 2 days delivery. Into the outfit that I'm wearing right now, I have been obsessed with this long sleeve for days now. I've been so excited to wear it going book shopping today. It is the most soft, comfortable, cozy long sleeve ever. This is the Give Me the Details long sleeve top in the color ash. I love the little buttons going up the top. I love the feel of it. Like I said, it is so cozy. It's a bit thicker, so it feels really warm on, and I'm just really obsessed with it, especially in this like cooler fall weather that's happening right now. It's perfect. Then I paired it with these jeans. It's called the Bring the Style low rise wide leg jeans in the shade Off-White. I have not been able to find a pair of low rise jeans that are just really comfortable to just like do anything in. These hit on the perfect part of my waist, and I really like the brown stitching that's going around like the top of it. I don't have a pair of white jeans that fit this good, so these are a new staple for me, and I'm very excited to pair them with so many different things from this haul. Next thing I have is another long sleeve that I'm very excited about because brown is probably the most perfect color for the fall season. This one's called the Game Over long sleeve top in dark chocolate. The material of this one is so incredibly soft as well, and what I love about this one is not just a plain long sleeve. On the side it has like this ruching detail, which I think is really cute, kind of gives it a more elevated style. The next thing I have is another staple that I feel like is a bit cuter because it's also off the shoulder. It's this oversized black tee. It's such a thick material, like it's very quality, and I love the fit of this. This is the Give Me Options off the shoulder tee in black. I love me any type of shirt that's off the shoulder. I think it's just really cute. There's so many different things you can do with it, and I just love a piece of clothing that is versatile and you could do so many different outfits with it. This next top I have is like this knit kind of like cut off sleeve t-shirt. I love the collar of this. It's like thicker collar, but the fit of it is perfect. It's a bit looser, and I love that. This is called Finding Time off the shoulder knit top in white. What I love about this one is you can wear it just like a normal collar because it's a bit wider, or you can wear it off the shoulder like the name of the shirt says. It's very breathable because it's like that knit material. This next top I've worn maybe 3 times this week. I'm actually obsessed with it, and I'm loving stripes right now. I think they're just so cute. The color of it is perfect. This is called the Touchdown long sleeve tee in plum stripe. What I love about this one is the sleeves and the color. I have this like block of the color, and the fit of this is perfect. It's kind of like a boxy fit. It's not tight literally anywhere. You can wear this lounging around in a cozy fit, or you can like dress it up and wear it out. It's a bit loose fitting, but also really cute and comfy, and I feel like this just like checks all of those boxes. Okay, getting into a skirt that I wore yesterday, and it is the most perfect staple fall skirt. It's this denim skirt. It's like this brown color. This is called the Charlotte Denim mini skirt in the tan wash. What I love about it is it has kind of like the fold over on the bottom, which I think just makes it a bit more stylish. It's like it's really cute. I don't have one denim skirt that fits as good as this. I'm very obsessed with this, and I can't wait to wear it to so many different places. This next piece that I have, I wore it to dinner the other night when we walked over. It was a bit chilly out, and it is actually perfect, because if you don't want to wear a jacket, this is the perfect alternative. It's called the Unbreakable Bond Knit Jacket in cream. It will keep you warm, but it's very, very cute. You can layer this on top of so many different outfits and it'll keep you warm and also make you look really, really cute. This next piece I have, I was so excited for it to come in because I've never had a top like this, but I've always wanted to own one. This is the Cater to You long sleeve top in black. This is one of those like wraparound shirts and it kind of ties on the side. And I feel like it's a very fun play on a long sleeve. It's more elevated. There's different things you can do with it. You can layer things underneath it, which I think is also really fun. There's so much you can do with this top. This next top might be one of my favorites as well because it's not just a top that you can wear out in different places, but it's an athletic top. What I like is it has a built-in bra and also padding that's removable. This is the Aura crop in black. I like the front of it because it has a little ruching detail in the middle, and I love wearing cute little tops and sets to my workout classes, so very excited to be wearing this one. The last two pieces I have to show you are arguably my favorite pieces of this entire haul. Like I said, I'm loving stripes right now, and this is a striped set that is so incredibly cozy. This is the Slow Life long sleeve pajama top in gray white stripe, and then the Slow Life pajama pants in gray white stripe. It's the perfect fit. It's like very oversized, but wearing it together and wearing a set just makes me feel more put together. Even though it's a comfy set and a cozy set, I think it's just so cute. I'm obsessed with the gray stripe. If you guys are interested in anything I got from this haul or the outfit I'm wearing right now, I'm gonna link all these pieces, the sizing and everything down in the description. You guys can also use my code that will be in the description. The code you can use is SarahCYT for some % off your order. Highly recommend if you're looking for some new fall pieces or some book shopping outfits. They've got so much on there, and I'm obsessed with every single piece that I got in this haul. I cannot wait to style all of them. Thank you again to White Fox for sponsoring today's video. I'm loving everything that I have in this haul. Now that we have not only a cute book shopping outfit, we have our list over here. We've got some gift cards over here. I think we're set to go book shopping. I'm not going to tell you any of the books that are on my list because I feel like it'd be more fun as a surprise later on when I give you the haul. Let's go to our first bookstore. We're going to go to the small bookstore first, and then we're going to hit up Barnes after that. It is getting later in the day, so if you don't have time for Barnes after, depending how long it takes me to look around the first bookstore, we'll go there tomorrow, which is totally fine to me. Spending 2 days book shopping, I'm not mad about it. Let's get my bag, let's get our shoes on, and let's go book shopping, guys. I'm so excited. Guys, it is the next day. Yesterday at the bookstore that I went to, I ended up getting 2 books there. I'm very excited about these 2. As soon as I saw them in there, I was like, yep, picking that up, check it off my list. It's a new day today, and honestly, thank God I didn't go to Barnes & Noble yesterday after the small bookstore because I left my gift cards at home, and that would have been detrimental because this is the whole point. I have to bring my gift cards. The train is here. I thought we could talk about the bookstore I went to yesterday along with my new favorite matcha recipe because this is very important to me, and also going to the bookstore with a coffee in hand or a matcha in hand just enhances the experience. So we have a big shopping day ahead of us, so we're gonna make a matcha and chat a little bit. So I'm making a brown sugar maple matcha. It is so delicious. I made it for the first time yesterday and I saw it on TikTok and I was like, I need to make that as a matcha, and it's my new favorite recipe. So that's what we're making today. I left at the best time yesterday to go to the bookstore because they closed at 5 and I got there at like almost 4:30, and I was like, I have 30 minutes to get in and out and see if they have any books for me. But that bookstore is really, really cute. They have really cute sections. That's what I love about bookstores, is the way that they section out their books. It's really like personalized to the small bookstore. Like they had a little Halloween section. They had a bunch of New Yorker puzzles, and I was so tempted to get a fall one. I really want to get back into my puzzling era. I feel like cozy hobbies just come back in the winter and fall time, so I kind of want to do some puzzling. They had such cute puzzles, and they always have a great selection of books at this bookstore. I've been to this one like a few times now. They always have like new releases out already, and I saw a 6 of Crows special edition, which I showed in the video, and I'm like so shocked because I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's new, but that is like one of my favorite duologies ever, and I was so tempted to get it, but I was like, I already have a special edition of the duology, so do I need the other one? Like maybe? I didn't get it, but that's okay. All right, for the matcha recipe, you make the matcha. situation. And then in a separate little bowl, we're gonna do some brown sugar, some maple, and also like a little splash of sea salt. I swear it tasted delicious. That's what the person did in the TikTok that I saw, and it actually was the best matcha I've ever made. A scoop of brown sugar, a spoonful of maple syrup, just a little bit of sea salt. We're gonna get some warm water to mix this up so that it like mixes nicely, and then we'll pour it into the matcha mixture. So we'll warm up this water. Okay, let's do a taste test and then we're on our way to the bookstore. I'm so excited. I can't wait to bookshop. I'm gonna take my grand old time in that Barnes & Noble, look at really everything, every table, every aisle, every shelf. It's gonna be amazing. Brown sugar maple matcha taste test. Oh my God, guys, you have to make this, especially for fall. I don't know, I feel like the maple flavor is really good for fall. And usually in the fall time, I try to get back into coffee and drink like a pumpkin spice latte, which I really want to because I feel like that's just the best flavor in the fall time. But this, maple brown sugar, oh my God, phenomenal. Highly recommend. Time to clean this up, throw on my shoes, grab my sunglasses in my bag, and we're going book shopping. I will see you at Barnes & Noble. I'm so excited. Testing the mic, is this working? I want to take you guys along with me and talk while we're there, so we're bringing the mic. Okay, let's go. I have like 5 books in front of me, and then the woman that works here took like 4 out of my hands. Was like, we'll hold these up front for you. So this is a really big haul. I haven't done this in a long time. I have like 2 books, or maybe 1 that I've already read. The rest are all for like new for my TBR, and I'm nervous about that because I'm trying to buy books and read them immediately. But I have this one here, and I'm like, do I get it? I've seen this cover at Barnes & Noble like every time I come here, and it draws me in every single time. It's called Matchmaking for Psychopaths, and then she gets involved with some of them. And I'm like, that feels great for spooky season, right? But I was looking at the romance section and nothing was really like piquing my interest. So I'm like, I don't know if I even want to take any romances home. I'm looking more in like the literary fiction section. Other than that though, I'm feeling good about my choices because there's some books I've been looking at or eyeing down for months now. They're all such random genres and books, but I'm excited about all of them and they're making me excited to read. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna look around one more time, do one more lap. I feel like I've looked at every section, but the romance is just not speaking to me. Even just looking at like books I've never even seen in that section, none of them are like calling my name, and that's like concerning because that means like is my taste changing or am I just not in the mood for them? I looked in fantasy, but I still am not like in the biggest fantasy mood, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more lap and we'll see. Guys, I forgot to say I was walking around and I had like 4 books in my hand, and then the worker was like, oh, let me take them for you, like I said, and then a guy came up to me and was like, you have so many books, you like reading? Yeah, I do like reading. And then he was asking me so many questions, so I ended up telling him like what my job is, and I was like, I'm like mortified right now. And the worker was like, do you know this young lady? I was like, oh my God. And he was telling me like what he does as a job and like looking himself up on Google, and I was like, what is going on right now? Even though he was kind, I don't trust men. So that's it. That's my story. Okay, I'm back from book shopping. Why do I feel guilty? Like, I haven't done this big of a book shopping trip in literally, like, I can't even tell you the last time I bought this many books at once. Probably when I started doing booktube, when I was like building my library, I was just so excited and I was buying so many books. And I feel guilty that I now have so many books to add to my TBR. But that just means we have to get to reading. So maybe this will motivate me a bit more. I don't know. I'm like overwhelmed, but like in a good way because I have so many new books that I'm excited about. Let's get into yesterday, the books that I bought from the smaller bookstore. I realized now that you guys already saw what I bought from those bookstores, but I got the first one is the favorite. So this is one of the books that were on my list that I already read. This is one of my favorite reads of the year. I give this like 4.5. I think if I reread this, I would probably give it 5 stars. Like I was just obsessed with this. It's just drama filled book. So I got the physical copy of it because I read it on my Kindle, and I like that it's in paperback because I remember it came out I think hardcover first. I don't really remember, but I'm happy it's in paperback. It's really pretty cover, and that's the first book I got. And then the other one I got from there is Soul Searching by Lila Sage. This one just recently came out, and this is her newest release. I'm so excited. It's a paranormal romance taking place I think in a small town, but this is our book club book for October, so if you guys want to join us, you definitely can. The link is always in the description. It's a Patreon membership, so there's a bunch of different tiers you guys can look at, but this is our book club book, and I'm very excited about this one. Before I get into the books I got today at Barnes, I went to Barnes, I think last week I was picking up a book to read. I met a bestie there, and I was like, what are you buying? What's in your hand? And she was like, oh, I'm gonna read this book. It looks so good. And I was like, I've been eyeing that book down. It's been on my want to read list for probably a couple years now, maybe like a year and a half, but I've been so intimidated by it. And we were talking about it. I was like, you actually just convinced me to get it, so I'm gonna buy it. Plus I saw that it came out in paperback, and it was like right in front of my face, and we were having a great conversation. I was like, you're motivating me right now. So I got The Will of the Many. This one is by James Islington. Like I said, this has been on my like want to read list slash mental TBR for such a long time. I'm not in a fantasy mood. I haven't been in one, but I've just always eyed this book down. I've seen like the most incredible reviews for it, and I think the third one, whatever the next book, is coming out, so I want to get into this really bad. It's a very thick. The writing is also pretty small. I read like I think maybe the first like 3 or 4 pages, and I was like, you know, when you're starting a fantasy book and there's all these different new words and a whole new language that you're trying to learn, I was like, this is not making sense. I'm not really like registering anything that's happening right now, so I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but I really want to read this either in the fall or the winter time. I picked this up like a couple weeks ago. Okay, now into the hefty tote bag and what I got from Barnes today. I'm really excited about this. I had to renew my membership, so I got a free tote, and the guy was like, this is my favorite color of the new ones that came out, and I was like, yeah, same, I'll take that one. So I only ended up getting one book from here that I've already read. I had a few on my list, but I was like, I'd rather fill up my library with TBR books that will eventually go to my just regular bookshelf space. So the only ones I got that I've read are the favorites, and then Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I read this, was that this year or was that last year? I like can't remember because we're going to the end of the year now. I don't really remember what happened like the first half of the year, so I just know that I really enjoyed this one. I read it on my Kindle, and it was so fast-paced. It was such a good romance, and I was like obsessed with it, so I really wanted to have the physical copy. Plus I have Out on a Limb and her newest release physical copy wise, so I wanted to add this to my like Hannah Bonham Young section. Plus Out of the Woods is like the second book like after this one, like they're kind of interconnected, so I really enjoyed this one. I really wanted to have it on my shelf. It's such a sweet romance. I love this book. Now into the books that I'm gonna add to my physical TBR that I'm really excited about. There's so many different genres going on in here. It's kind of a mess when you really look at it. There's not like one specific thing that I was looking for. It's kind of all over the place. The first one I got is The Name is by Florence Knapp. This book I look at Barnes every single time I go, but I've been telling myself I'm not picking up books unless I'm reading it right now, and I wasn't like gonna read this immediately, so I haven't picked it up, but I was so excited now. I was like, this is my excuse. I can finally get it. I'm pretty sure this is our main character who's going to like register her son's name, and it follows all these different timelines of like alternate universes where if they named it this name, like what would happen then, all the different decisions and what would happen, like the outcome of that. So I feel like that's a really interesting concept. I've been loving just like a contemporary fiction, like an interesting read like that, and like exploring different things that people go through, so I thought this would be a good read, and I'm very excited about it. Then this one I did talk about, and I did end up buying it. I think I'm gonna read this one soon just for like October spooky season. Another one that when I go to Barnes like recently, like the past few weeks, whenever I step foot in the bookstore and I see this cover, I'm like immediately like my eye draws right to it. I don't know what it is about this cover that I love so much. I think it's like the art detail and like the bright neon lettering with it, and just the name, Matchmaking for Psychopaths. It just draws me in every single time. It's about the female main character who literally sets up like psychopaths together, and then she meets one and gets into like, I don't know if it's like a relationship or something with one of them, and then she befriends another one. Now she's like intertwined with all this, and it says like a heart like shows up on her doorstep, so now there's like a mystery going on. She's being targeted. Like this feels so out of pocket. Like I just really want to read it and like experience this book for myself, so I'm adding this to TBR, and I think I'm gonna read it soon again for like spooky season. I feel like this is like kind of perfect for it. Next book I'm so excited about. It's a new release, and I've been eyeing it down, waiting to pick it up for when I'm gonna read it, but I was like, you know what? I'm book shopping today, I might as well get it now, and that is Hot Wax by Emil Rio. I read If We Were Villains by this author last year, and I really love that book. I actually want to reread it this year so bad. She did come out with a novella that I read last year, I think. I didn't really love that one, but this one's just like a full-length like novel. I'm really excited about it. I think this takes place in the late 90s. The main character, I think she's younger, and she follows her father like on his like tour with his band, and I think something happens and it ends up being like some type of mystery situation, and I'm just really excited about it. I feel like the setting and everything about this is really good for like the fall season, so I can't wait to get into this, and I really liked her writing in If We Were Villains, so I'm hoping this is gonna be a high rated book for me. The next two books are a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I've had them on my mental like TBR for like probably a few years now, and I just never picked them up because I'm like, I don't know if I'm one gonna like them and two like ever gonna get to them, but this is my sign to do it. The first one is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This one I think is it sci-fi? I don't know, because I was looking for it in the sci-fi section. I couldn't find it. Then I asked the worker and he was like, oh, it's in the mystery section. People usually look in the sci-fi section. I was like, oh, I assumed it was sci-fi. I'm pretty sure he like gets knocked out and then he wakes up in like an alternate universe and he's like trying to make it home to his family, but he's like looking at all these different like alternate lives he could have had, something like that. I've seen people either absolutely love this book and also love this author because I know he has a bunch of other books, or I've seen people really not like this book. So I'm very interested to see if I like it. I feel like I've never read a book kind of like this, so I don't know what my taste would be on it, and that's why it intrigues me so much, and I'm just really excited to read it because I feel like it's different. And I've been liking different type of reads. The next one, along with that, definitely out of my comfort zone. I've only read, I think, 2 or 3 books in this specific genre, and I have not enjoyed them. But everyone says even if you don't enjoy this genre, and even if you read any other genre, you're gonna like this book. And I trust them. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This one actually just became a movie, and I'm pretty sure that's out with, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds, so I would like to watch that after this. I don't know if anyone liked the movie in comparison to the book. I don't think I've seen any reviews, like, of the movie. But like I said, I don't love sci-fi books. The ones that I've read, I've just not really enjoyed them. Maybe I'm just not picking up the right one, so I'm excited about this one because everyone that I've seen read this or listen to it, I heard the audiobook is, like, incredible for this, so maybe I will audiobook it as well. But they all give it, like, 5-6 stars. Like, they're obsessed with this book. And it's basically about a guy who wakes up in space. Like, that's all I know about it. Every time someone talks about it, I don't listen because I'm like, I want to go into this kind of blind, not knowing the summary and everything, and kind of having like my own fresh experience with it. So hopefully reading this soon. I think this is a good fall read too. Or like audiobook. I've been loving audiobooks right now. I'm like getting back into them too. Sometimes I like go on like a little bit of a break. I'm like really into the physical books, and then I'm really into like an e-reader, and now I'm loving audiobooks. So perfect timing for this one. Before we get into the last 4, I forgot to say, when I went to Barnes & Noble, I used all of my points. I had $80 in points, and then I had a $45 gift card, and then the other one I didn't know how much was on it. He just scanned it, but that one was from Christmas from a family member, so I think it had a lot more. So if you're wondering how this went with my gift cards and the points that I've been saving for years now, it went very well, and I'm very happy about it. Anyway, into the next book. I really wanted to get another book by this author because I've read all the ones on my physical TBR from her, and I knew I didn't want to pick up the next one until I was going to read it, and I feel like I'm really in the mood for her writing, especially getting into the season that we're in, and that is none other than Kristen Hanna. I got 4 wins. I've seen so many people recommend this one, especially when they say after you read Nightingale and The Women, go into this one, you're really going to like it. And I've heard people say they don't love her like older books, which I don't think I've read any of like her older books. I've only read like the more recent ones, I guess. I'm pretty sure this one is more recent as well. Yeah, 2021. So I'm very excited about this. I don't know anything about the summary. All I know is that Kristen Hanna is consistent with making me cry and making my heart break, and I've been loving historical fiction, and that's what she primarily writes about. From what I know, all the books that I've read from her are historical fiction. They all talk about different time periods, but not only that, such strong women, and I love that in books so much. So very excited about this one, and hopefully I will be reading this one soon. I like fly through her books too. Her writing style is so simple but so hard-hitting. Okay, and then I got another historical fiction book. I actually got a TikTok, I think it was like last week, and it was this girl who just like loves historical fiction. It's her favorite genre, and she was recommending like her 5 stars from the genre, and I like trusted her because I was like, she reads this genre kind of primarily, so maybe I'll take her opinion and read one of the books that are on this list, and this was one of them. I actually have seen this so many times. It's not a newer book, and it's actually been on my like want to read list on Fable for a bit. So that is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. And then we're following 2 different characters during World War II. One of them is in Paris, and it says, with them they carry what might be the museum's most valuable and dangerous jewel. And then in Germany, there's a kid who's an orphan, grows up with his younger sister, enchanted by a crude radio that they find. There's another element to this that's not on the summary that the girl was talking about in her TikTok that I'm very interested to see like how that like plays out in this book. And she also said this one like completely broke her. And you guys know I love a book that makes me cry and emotionally like hurts me for some reason. So very excited about this one, and hopefully can read this one soon too. The next one I got is called Days You Were Mine by Claire Leslie Hall. This is the same author as Broken Country, which I recently read. I think like end of August time I read that book. And this is also a newer release. This came out I think June of this year I saw, and I had like no idea. I didn't really know she had like a bunch of other books. So I saw this one on the table and I like recognized the author's name, and I was like, you know what, I really enjoyed Broken Country, so I'd like to read maybe another one of her books. Maybe she can be a new author that I enjoy. This one is about a couple who has an adopted son, and as the adopted son grows up, he wants to find, you know, his birth parents, and I think he finds his mother, but it's in like 2 separate timelines, and we follow like his birth mother meeting his birth father and like their romance back in the day, and then like present day him trying to find her and everything. But from what I saw in like the reviews, I did look this up on Goodreads, they were saying that it's kind of like a mystery, and there's like a plot twist at the end, which I think is very interesting, because in Broken Country that one's kind of like a fiction mystery, so I feel like it's an interesting genre mix, and I'm excited about it. Plus the whole plot twist situation that everyone's talking about has piqued my interest, and now I need to know what the plot twist is and see if it's gonna get me. So her writing is very fast-paced from what I read in Broken Country. The last book I got, I actually saw on the table that it said, I forgot what it said. It was really funny. I took a clip of it. It was like, oh, it said Hot Mess Express. So it was like a table of like My Year of Rest and Relaxation, Bunny, like those type of books. So I picked this one up because I read the summary and it sounded pretty interesting. It's called The Mad Wife by Megan Church. For some reason, I really like the cover of it. Like the vintage feel is very interesting. I think it takes place in the 50s and it follows these housewives. I think one of the housewives, like the neighbor of the new housewife that moved in across the street, kind of like watches and like sees what's happening with the other housewife, and then she thinks she's like kind of going crazy. It says the more she uncovers about Bitsy, the more she questions everything she thought she knew, and soon others begin to question her sanity. Okay, so other people think she's going crazy. She doesn't think she's going crazy. It says, is Lulu truly losing her mind, or is she on the verge of discovering a reality too terrifying to accept? So it feels like there's going to be a little thriller aspect to this, but I'm very intrigued because I feel like I haven't read a book kind of like this, and I'm very excited about it. Those are all, I think, 13 of the books that I bought from the shopping trip. One I bought like a few weeks ago, but still we're adding it to this stack over here. Like I keep saying, I've been waiting for this day for a really long time, and I just really wanted to have the freedom to just run around the bookstore and pick up any books that have been on my radar recently, and it really helped having my gift cards and the points and everything. It was a great experience. I had so much fun just strolling the bookstore, and now I have a lot of reading to do. Let me know any reading vlogs you guys want to see, or any of these books that you want to see in reading vlogs. Let me know which one you're interested in seeing me read. I think my next one from this list is going to be Matchmaking for Psychopaths. Like, I don't know, it's just really intriguing me, and I feel like I have to read it in October. Like, I can't read it during like Thanksgiving and winter time. I need to read it closer to Halloween. So I think this one is going to be soon. And I kind of want to read one of the historical fiction soon too. And Dark Matter. Like, I'm just really excited, if you couldn't tell. So, let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know if you love any of them, if you didn't love any of them, if any of them are on your TBR. Thank you guys for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed. I had such a fun time book shopping. You probably won't see a video like this from me for a really long time. 1, because of shelf space. 2, because books are expensive. And 3, I just wanted this to be like a special, like, move-in book shopping video. And now that's happened, so I'm really happy about it. Thank you guys for coming book shopping with me. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bye!